Hi, all. Today we are going to discuss about streams, which are introduced in Java 8. Streams are a major feature added in Java 8. And before we should learn about streams, we should learn about lambda expressions and method reference operator. Yeah, there is another video which is explaining about lambda expressions. If you are not familiar with the lambda expressions, please watch that video first. Yeah, coming to streams now. Streams are wrappers, just wrappers around the data structure, data source, and these streams are to operate with the data source and for the bulk processing in a efficient way and the fastest way. Yeah, stream is not stored. Stream doesn't store any data, and it is not a data structure. And just stream is as I mentioned, stream is just a wrapper around a data source. Stream supports functional style operations like lambda expressions. Yeah, so I'll explain how we create streams and what are the operations we can perform on the streams. And in this video, I'm just covering how to create streams, and for each method, map method, collect method, filter, find first, and flat map methods. So we'll upload other video for the other methods. Yeah, we'll go one by one. Now, creation of streams. Yeah, so there are different, we can create different ways we can create this stream. So first, what is stream? Stream is in a new package called Java util.stream stream. So stream is a other interface, class introduced in Java 8, which is in java.util.stream package. Okay, so now coming to creation of the stream. Okay, yeah. So how can we create of the streams? Okay, yeah. So for our all these examples, I'm using a product class which has ID, name, price. Okay, so ID is nothing but product ID, product name, and product price. So for entire this session, I will be using this entity in our examples. Okay, so first let me come to creation of the streams. So as I mentioned, we can create different way. So the first way, we can create stream from array. Okay, so here is my array, which is products, which is having 3 products: computer, laptop, mobile, with 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 price with 1, 2, 3 ID. So how can we create stream of array? Yeah, there are some static methods are available in stream class, stream interface. So one of them is off. So stream.off of array, it will create stream of product. Okay, so this is from stream from array. So yeah, I'm just highlighting stream.off. So here we are using off method, off static method in the stream for creating stream for the from the array. Okay, so again, stream from the list. I can say stream from the collection itself. Okay, so it can be anything: list, set, map. So every collection. So list dot. Okay, so I'm just, before I creating stream, I'm just creating list from the array. Yeah, it is usual array dot as list. I get the product list. So from product list, I can create stream. So this is product list dot stream. So there is a stream method is added in the collection interface. So that is the reason we can create streams on collections like list set and all collections. Yeah, we can even create stream from individual objects. So we can use the same method of. So I'm just passing 3 objects. You can pass any number of objects. And all these objects is now in stream of product. So it is stream of product. Product 0, product 1, product 2 or stream of products. We can even create using stream builder. So there is a static method available to build the stream. So first we'll build the stream. We build the stream builder. So that is called stream.builder product. So I'm going to create the stream of product. So I have created builder for product, that is stream.product.builder. So later I can add items to the builder. So by using accept method. So, and after that you call build on the builder object, you get the stream. Okay. So I hope you understand how to create streams. So streams with array with off, streams with collection with stream method, streams with object with off, streams with builder and build methods of the builder by adding the items to the stream builder. Okay. So now we'll see how we use the streams. So as I mentioned, I'm going to cover the next method is for each. So that for each method is in stream. Okay. So stream dot for each example. Okay. Yeah. So in every example, I will be using array of products. So which is computer, laptop, mobile with 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 price with 1, 2, 3 IDs as a list. Okay. Yeah. So first, what is for each? So for each is a simplest and most common operations which we use in streams. So it is nothing but it loops over the stream elements and calling supplied functions. What is supplied functions? We can call a lambda expressions in the for each method. So that will be, we can pass a functional code to for each method, and that functional code will be executed on each element. So this method is so common, will be used in many times by using streams. Okay, so I'll take simple example requirement here. So that my requirement is iterate each product in the product list and increase the price of the product to 10%. So it's nothing but, so 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 will be 11,000, 21,000, 31,000. Okay, so that is my requirement. So we need to get a new product list with the 10% increased price. So before going to streams, how we used to code without streams with this requirement, or how we used to code? So we have for, and we iterate each product in the product list, and we call increase price. Yeah, so there is increase price is already available in our product entity. So I'm just calling that increase price, p dot increase price with the 10%. And if you want to print the new list, so what I need to do, I need to again iterate so the product list and then see the product name and product price. So if I want to yeah, so now coming to streams. So how, yeah, so in streams Most of the time we use only single statement. So that's it. Single statement will do all these operations. So whatever I mentioned here, it will do. So these three statements will be done in one, and these three statements will be done in one single statement. Okay. See with streams. So what is first? I'll get stream from the list, product list at stream, and using for each. And as I mentioned, I'm just passing the functional code as lambda expressions. So this p dot increase price will be applied on each element, and so the price will be increased. So now we get the new products list with the increased price. So that we can verify by printing again product stream dot for each. Yeah, so here, yeah, these three lines will become single line, and these three lines become single line. So here my lambda expression is to print the new products with the increased price, name and price. Okay, so yeah, for each is a terminal operation. So what is terminal means? So once for each done, we can't do anything else on the stream. Okay, yeah, that means for each returns void. So we can't do anything. It is a just terminal operation. So we can't do anything after on this. Okay. Yeah. So that means stream is already consumed. So that there is no more stream here. Yeah, they will just see the output of this one. Yeah. So computer, the initial price is 10,000 and increased price is 10%, 11,000, 22,000, and 30,000. Okay. Yeah. So now we'll go to. I hope you understand what is for each. Yeah, for each is nothing but to iterate elements on the stream, on the provided stream, and also apply the provided functionality on each element on the lambda expression. Now we'll go to map. So there is a map method in the streams. Yeah, as I mentioned, I use the same product list, computer, laptop, mobile, product list. Yeah. So what is map? So map method to produce a new stream from the existing stream. That means we can produce new stream by applying the function on each element which is provided to the map method. So that is again a lambda expression. That means we will just pass a functionality to the map and get the new stream. Yeah, so we'll take simple example requirement. So example requirement is provide the list of product IDs from the product list. Yeah, I just want to get the product list of, IDs of products from the product list as a list. So that means, so my new list is like list of integer, which will print 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how we used to code. So this one before streams. Yeah, first, yeah, what we are trying to get, we're trying to get list of integer product IDs and iterate on product list, add the ID to the product IDs and print the product IDs from the newly created list. So this we use to code. So now with streams, so as I mentioned, it is all in one step, one statement. Yeah, product list, I get stream using map. So map will provide new stream. Okay, what is my functionality? I'm providing p.id. So that means we'll get a new stream with the IDs of the product. And I'm iterating the newly created stream for each and printing the ID from the list. So now system, yeah, this is again, I'm using method relation operator. So system.out. So that means I am trying to call println method from the system.out object, and it will print the ID from the newly created stream. So by this time, we have created new stream. So that consists of IDs. So this map will do the thing. So when your functionality is p.id, that map, so that map, so the yeah, so this p dot, so this lambda expression is nothing but we are calling, I mean, we are creating a object. I mean, we are creating even class for the functional interface, which is function, and calling. Yeah, we are creating the class for this functional interface function and calling this apply method. So that means, so on each element of the stream. So, okay, sorry, on each element of the stream, so that apply method will be applied with the p.id. So that means with the ID, you will get the new stream, and we are iterating here new stream with the for each method and printing that one using method relational operator. So if you just want to get the list or not just print of the IDs, so you can use this syntax. So same product list dot stream dot map. So we are going to get the list of IDs from the mainstream. So that is p.id. So that means we are providing that functionality p.id and collecting them. So from stream we are collecting. So we will see this in next example, what is collect method. But now just I'm saying we are trying to collect the newly created stream elements. So by this time, a new stream is created with the IDs. That is nothing but list, I mean, stream of integer 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to collect them as list. So this collector to list will convert that stream to list. So then that's why my object is list of integer. So that means I'll get product IDs, which is list of integer. So I'm just trying to print that product IDs. Okay, so now we will see the syntax of this map by using other example. So for example, I'm trying to, so now I got product IDs, which is having integers 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to square of this 1, 2, 3. So that means I'll get new stream, which is having squares of 1, 2, 3. That is nothing but 1, 4, 9. So to get that, so we'll use map function by providing so this functionality. So make my element as x into x. That means make my element and get the square of that element. So as my element is integer, I'm just squaring by using multiply operator like x into x. And just I'm trying to print the new stream by using for each and by using system.out println. Okay, so that means, so what will it will print is, so by this time my stream is 149 stream of integer, and it will print 149. And the other example, increment. So I'm just showing another example how we can use this method relational operator with map. So this is lambda expression with map, and this is method relational operator with map. So this map, so by this time my stream is 1 2 3, and I'm trying to increment exact. What increment exact do is this increment by 1. So that means I am trying to call increment exact method of math class on each element of the map and create a new stream. So that means my old stream is 1 2 3, my new stream will be 2 3 4. So I'll again explain. What we'll do is we are just creating a stream for the product IDs. So by this time my stream is 1 2 3 integer stream, and I am trying to call increment exact method of math class on each element of the stream, so that is on 1 2 3 stream, and creating a new stream. So that means here I'll get 2 3 4 new stream of integer with elements 2 3 4, and iterating them with using for each method of the stream and printing them. So that means this increment will print 2 3 4. We can even do multiple operations of the map. That means we can do multiple substreams, I mean multiple streams. So first, what my stream is, I'm squaring the element. So by already we already seen like here, by this time we get 149, and again we're trying to square root by using square root method of the map class on each element of the stream and creating a new stream. So that will again provide me 1 2 3, and iterating them with using for each and printing them. So maybe as square root is on double, square root written double as shown here, so we may see 1.0 2.0 3.0 in our output. Let me see, let us see what is the output for this. Yeah, first 1 2 3, so which is nothing but, so the new map, the old stream is product list, new stream is the integers of the product IDs, and iterating them. So we have provided system println, so it printed 1 2 3. So in this statement, what we did is we created a new stream by using map method for the IDs of the product and collected them as list of integers, that is product IDs. So this product IDs is 1 2 3, the list 1 2 3. So the square, what we did is we iterate product IDs and converted them into new stream of square and printed them by using for each. So that means that 149. Okay. So in the increment, what we did, we have created a new stream by using math increment exact function on the old stream. We get the new stream. So on the new stream, we iterated each element and printed that. So that means 2, 3, 4. Yeah, in the multiple operations, what we did, we first square them and then square root them. So that means here a new stream and again a new stream, and we created a new that square rooted new stream and printed that new element. So that, as I mentioned, the square root return double, it gave 1, 2, 3, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. Yeah, this is map. So so we'll just revise. Map is to create new stream from the original stream by providing the functionality. So the new the new stream can be different. Yeah. So here our old stream is stream of product, but our new stream is integer. Yeah, you can create any type of stream by using the old streams. Okay. So now collect. Yeah, we already used collect method. Yeah, but we will see what is collect method. A stream collect example. A stream collect example. Yeah. So same, I'm using the same products. Yeah, collect is, yeah, we have created streams from list. We have created stream from set. Something like we have created the streams from collection. We have created streams from array. So like way, we can convert streams to list. We can convert streams to set. We can convert streams to map. So to convert that, we use collect method. Okay. So for example, stream of products is array. We are creating a stream from this products array. So that is stream of products, and collect them as list. So by this time we have stream of products. By this time the stream is converted to list. So that means we have collected the elements from the stream and converted them to list. So that's what the statement is: collect and collected to, where to collect? Collected to list. So that's why my object is list of product. My object type is list of products because we are going to get list of product from the stream of product. Yeah, so this collect will be used after we process on streams to convert to the data structures, the actual data structures. I mean, so once we done the all process on the streams, we need to convert them back to our original data structures. As I mentioned, streams are just wrappers around this data source. So that's what collect is very important. So we need to get back to original data structures for this by using collect and specifying the type of conversions. Yeah, here in this example, we collected the stream of elements and converted them to list. So here collected to set. We can even connect it to map also. Yeah, so for set and list, so stream is automatically convert to set as list and as set, because for set and list there is no, I mean it is for only one element. So when I say one element means like elements, but when we come to map, it is combination of key and value. So that's what we need to even specify what is the key and what is the value from the collection. Okay, so here we have product stream, the stream of products. I am going to collect the stream of products to map, but what is my key? Okay, so my key is ID and my key is name. Sorry, my value is name. So that way, by this time, I get a map of ID as key, name as value. So that's why my data type is map of integer string for the product map object, because ID is integer and name is string. So I'll again explain. We are going to collect the element and products from the stream. Okay, by this time we collect each product and specifying. I mean, we collect the product and trying to convert them map. But as map needed key and value, we need to specify what is key, what is value. So my key is product ID and my value is product name. That's what I specified over here with the lambda expression. Okay, so for example, just imagine if we want to create this kind of map before streams. I mean, without streams, how do we code? How we used to code? So this will create a map which is going to hold this integer and string product map with the key as ID, value as name, iterate products and put them ID as name. Okay, so these all 4 statements now in single statement. As I mentioned, with the streams, we can do everything in one single statement. Yeah, so to get array from the streams, we have a other method called toArray. So as we collect as list set map, we can also convert streams to array by using toArray. So here is my toArray, and what is my new element to be? So my new element to be product of new. We can specify. So we can specify anything. Yeah, here yeah, we will just see the output of this one. Yeah, the output is okay. So the product map is now key 1 computer, key 2 laptop, key 3 mobile, and I'm just from the array, I'm just trying to print the element product array 0 name. So that is computer, which is the first element from the array. So which we have converted to array by using, to array from stream by using toArray method. Okay. So now coming to next example, next method. So that is filter. Yeah. Filter method will produce a new stream, I can say new substream from the main stream, contains the elements which are specified, which are passed for the specified predicate. So that means, so for example, we have stream of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 up to 10. If you provide our predicate like greater than 5, so that new substream will give only 6 7 8 9 10. So that we can provide a predicate to filter and all elements which are passed for the given test by for that predicate and provided a new substring from the original substring. So here example requirement is find products which are greater than or equal to 20k price. So our products 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 are there. We have three products which 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. So our requirement is to find the products which are greater than or equal to 20k price. So that means we'll get laptop and mobile. So we'll just see how we used to code without streams. So we used to code without streams is like we need to create a new list. That means we need to create a new array list and iterate each item from the product list, and then test whether the price is greater than 20,000 or not. If it is, we'll just add to the new list that is above 20k products and with adding the element, and again we try to print the new items from the new list. Yeah, so this is what the code. So now with the streams, as I mentioned, everything is in one statement: product list, stream, filter. So this is our predicate. So this means what filter will do is filter will iterate on each element and try to test this condition on each element. If this test is passed, that will be in new stream, otherwise it will be not in new stream. That means by this time we have the new substream which will have two products, because the only two products are matched for this test. So again we are just collecting them as a list. So collecting the stream elements and converting them to list, we get the new list. So that is about 20k products. So the about 20k products, I'm trying to just print them by using the same stream for each. Yeah, this lambda expression will print element the product names from the new list. So if you don't want to collect them list, if you just want to print them, we can do in one statement: stream.filter and for each. That means here we have the new stream. I'm iterating on the new stream dot for each. So for example, I'm trying to get only names of the new stream. So names of the filtered stream. So that means I'm not interested in all product. I'm just interested in to get the only name, that is laptop and mobile. How can we do that? We can do by using map. Okay. So by this time we have three products, and filter, by this time we have two products of stream. By this time the map will do convert this the new stream, the old stream, that is filtered stream to new stream of names, from old stream of products to new stream of names. By this time we have stream of strings with name, laptop and mobile, and collecting the new stream elements and converting them to list. As my new stream is string, then that means I get list of strings. So that is list of string names. Okay, so for example, if I just want to print the names of the new substring, so we can use for each and use the method reference operator on for the for each, and then print the names of the new list. Yeah, we can even apply multiple filters on the same stream. So one filter is to get the price 20,000 above, and the other filter is to get the name starts with L. So by this time we get two products. After this we get one product, as laptop is only the product which starts with L. And map, so here as we are using here map product with get name method relation operator. So we can use as lambda operator or with the method relation operator. So that means, so when we see what is the meaning of this entire statement is, so I have a stream which having three products. I am filtering which on these three products. The filtered stream will get which products of price is greater than 20,000. That means we get a new stream which contains two products. And again I'm filtering on these two products stream which product name starts with L. Here again we get one product, that is also a stream, one product of stream, and trying to map, trying to convert that stream as a name stream by using getName method of the product class. That means on each element of the stream it will get the name of the element by using getName method of the product, and iterate by using for each and print that element over here. So if we run this one, just see. Okay. Yeah, so that above 20K. So above 20K there are two, laptop, mobile. And again, so here we collected and printed them. So here in one statement itself we printed them, laptop, mobile. And here we collected as a list and printed them, that is laptop, mobile. And here we collect and printed on the one statement itself, laptop, mobile. And here also, here we applied two. Yeah, here also we convert them map, but by using method relational operator. And again, here we applied two filters, so that's what we get only one item over here. Yeah. So just to revise, what is filter? Filter is to get new substream from the original substream for the provided test. So that means on each element of the original stream pass through this test. Which elements are passed, then we'll get the new substream of this passed elements. So this new stream that contains elements of the original stream that pass a given test. Okay, so now find first. So we'll go to find first element. What is find first method will do? So find first returns an optional for the first entry in the stream. So it, when we call find first on the stream, it will get the first element of the stream, first optional of the stream. So when I say optional, means optional is another interface in which we have some methods. From optional we can get the element. It will be used on the filters. So for example, I would like to find, so here my requirement is find the first product and products which are greater than or equal to 20k. So in our example, laptop and mobile are the greater than 20k price, and the first element of them is laptop. So that means we need to get the laptop. So how we used to code? We iterate product list and try to get the new list and get the first element, that is nothing but get 0 of the newly created list. So that we can do in one statement. So these are all steps we can do in one statement. So product list dot stream filter we have seen already. That means we get the filtered elements here, and find first. That means by this time we get the first element of the stream as optional object. From the optional object, we, by using get method, we get the actual product, and the dot name will give the product name. So that means this about 20k product is laptop. So now sometimes, for example, if I provide 40,000 price, there is no element, there is no product which is having more than or equal to 40k price. So in that case, we don't get anything. So to avoid null pointer exceptions or to avoid these strings, we can have or else. So if you just call dot get, it will give null pointer exception. That means, so that or else of null will give the product if the product is exist. Otherwise, it will return null. So this the product, if you provide 20k here, we get the product. Otherwise, null. So if there is no product match for this filter, we'll get null. If there is a product, we get the actual product. So as I'm just trying to explain the or else here, I just gave that condition 40,000, which will give the no product. That means this, it will be null. And there is a one more method also available, find any. So this find any will do and will return any of the element from the stream, not the first one. It is also return the optional object. So that filter dot find any dot get dot name. So by this time we get any element. I mean, we can't predict, either it can be laptop or mobile, because the two laptop and mobiles are greater than 20,000, and we'll get the name. So we can use the or else null here also if any of them are matched this criteria. Okay, we'll just run this one. Okay, so above 20K product is laptop, and there is no product, we get null. Yeah, any product, now we get laptop. Yeah, sometimes if you run again and again, you may get mobile also. So that is depend on the runtime. Yeah, so the last one in my list today is flat map. So what is flat map? So this flat map helps us to flatten the data structure to simplify further operation. So for example, if we have the complex data structure, by using flat map, we can flatten that one. So for example, a complex data structure like list string, we can flatten that to list of string by using flat map. Okay, so without stream, how we used to code to get the flattened things? So we need to iterate these two. I mean, as our data structure is list of string, here we are having list of names. Again, Satya, Nadella, Sundar Pichai, Sahasra Padavini. These three are the inside of the list. So that means we have a list of strings. So to flatten this, we should use two for loops. So one for loop is to iterate the main list. By this, we get the list of string, and each list of string, okay, we get list of string as name list, and we'll iterate again the name list and get the flattened names, and we will store these flattened names as list of string. This is what how we used to code. Now, as I mentioned, every time as I'm mentioning, this is all in one single statement. So names dot stream. So by this time we get the stream. So here the stream is stream of list of string. Here the stream is stream of list of string. And this flat map. The flat map, what I'm expecting list of string. So that means this flat map trying to convert this stream of list of string to a list of string. Okay, so after this flat map, what it will be is stream of string. Okay, so now I can even put collection also here, but yeah, list of string. So after flat map, what we get? Stream of strings, and I'm collecting the stream of strings to and converting to list. That means I'll get the list of string. Okay, so what flat map will do here is flat map is trying to convert the stream of list of string to, so because that the stream of string. So what this list of string means, it is again trying to convert inside the, I mean, so on each element, what is the stream of each element? Each element is list of string. Each element of the stream is list of string. I'm trying to call stream method of list on each list of string. So the stream method of each element, that is nothing but list. The stream method of list is again a stream of string and trying to connect. So that is flatten names. We can see the result. Yeah. So now we have list of all names Satya is one name, Nadella is one name, Sundar is one name, Picha is one name, Sahasra is one name, Badhavan is one name. These are all flatten maps. So flat map help us to flatten the data structure. Yeah, there is one more thing I would like to say. So that is peak. Okay, so earlier in our discussion, we have seen a visa for each. I mentioned for each is terminal operator. So the terminal operation means we can't do anything after that. But if we want to do something after iterating that stream, in those cases, we need to use peak method. So for example, earlier, after increase the price, if you want to print the each item in the stream, how we did two statements. We did that in two statements. One is to increment the price, and other is to print the name and price from the new stream. That can be done in one step by using peak. So the peak provide so other stream by iterating and by applying this function on each element and get the new stream, and we can use all stream operations on this. Yeah, here I'm using for each to print that one. So the other thing we should notice is we should not use like below. That means as peak is not terminal operator, we can't terminate by here. We need to apply something on the element, but we can't print that one. So if you see the result, so you might get list only once or not twice. So that's what the peak is. Peak is not terminal operator. So peak is to perform multiple operations on the stream. Yeah. In the next video, I'll cover more methods on streams. If you like this video, please share and like. Thank you.